All right, what is up, guys? Season 38, war number 2. We're going up against GT because that's how it works. We usually link up with them at least a couple times during the season. This is a very, very, very interesting war. A lot of interesting interactions, a lot of tough fights. So yeah, it should be entertaining. Yeah, a lot of interesting interactions that I did not quite expect. So GT is, of course, a really good war alliance, and actually one of my good buddies is over there, and I helped plan part of this war. Eric, my other officer, finished it off and did a bunch of tweaks. So I'm taking this Spider Pig on lane 8, and then this Vision Aarkus on the shared mini in section 1, which is very interesting. The Aarkus fight's very interesting. And then section 2, I'm taking path 4, taking that Claire and that Annihilus. Those fights are interesting too. And then I take this Domino mini and this Misty mini, and those fights are interesting as well. So a lot of things. This is pretty much the only fight that went according to plan. So I was assigned Shang-Chi. That's who I was going to use at first, but because of Spider Pig, you want to use an SB1 super quick, and Shang-Chi's SB1 doesn't hit very hard. I was talking to my other officers and asked if I could use Warlock, just parry heavy. And because I have an armor up buff, I'd be gaining more Furies as well, so I wouldn't have to worry about that, and they were totally fine with that. So this is a great first fight. Went super quick. You'll see me throw my SB1, which is interesting, actually. It's an interesting interaction. I throw it here, and it phased right through Spider Pig there. I'm sure there was some interaction there that can't really explain why that happened. But anyway, I threw it so that he didn't get any charges, but it was fine. Next up, I have this Aarkus. Spoiler alert, I do die to this fight. I did a lot of duels. I watched some of MP Blaze's videos. He takes a rank 3 Aarkus here with the rank 4 Shang-Chi. My right Shang-Chi is a rank 3. The fight's a little bit challenging in hindsight. I think, like I said, I helped plan this, so I can't blame anyone other than myself, and it's 100% on me, but the fight's doable with Shang-Chi. There's just a lot more room for error with Ghost being available. We should have used Ghost because 1 special 2, and he would have been down. But what I do is miscalculate when I throw my special 2, thinking it would kill him, and then I got too many debuffs on me. So the plan here is to do the cleansing, whatever it's called, I don't know, cleansing strike, to get the debuffs off me, and then to retaliate with the heavy. So I'm pretty much going to be planning to punish his special 1 with a cleansing strike, and then with the heavy alternating, and do that over and over again until I get to a special 2, which, as you can see here, I'm almost to a special 2. That's what I'm going for. I just want to end this fight as quickly as possible, because Vision Aarkus has a crap ton of power he's gaining. Fully boosted, but here I threw my special 2. He got to a special 3, which is fine because I have a indestructible boost on, or invulnerability boost. And here at one point, I don't know if it's already happened, but I didn't use my cleansing strike because I thought that special 2 was going to kill him. So I think at this point I was thinking, like, oh crap, I didn't kill him. I got these debuffs on me. What I should have done, I should have dodged his heavy there, hit a cleansing strike, and then kept going. But instead, I got a little worried and got a little rattled and threw my special 3, and thought that might kill him, and it didn't kill him. And then, of course, he has the node with the whatever the German name is, where he's hitting super hard, and I've got debuffs on me, and I'm just melting. So he never actually hit me, but I did mismanage the debuff. So that is on me. Totally my fault. I was very upset. I had planned with my fellow officer Eric for a majority of the day, and my brain was kind of hurting, and we had to switch up some paths, and no excuses. It was just I don't know, just a mismanaged fight. So that one's on me. I was thinking about sending Shang-Chi to rank 4 before Kabam messed up and changed the defense tactic. And obviously now I wish I would have ranked for him, because I wouldn't have died there if he was rank 4. Also, I had a White Max pre-fight that was assigned to me, and I completely missed it. And I don't care about it for the parry, because the parry really wasn't that big of a deal there at all. But the extra 15% damage, once again, probably would have killed him. So, yeah, just sad fight that just didn't go the way I wanted it to, and kind of just misjudged it. But I think Shang-Chi totally can take this fight. But yeah, I think if he was placed there again, I would assign Ghost, and he would do fine. So, or do better. Okay, so next section, path 4. I have this Claire, and then I have this Annihilus. This node has basically where you get 3 debuffs on you, and the opponent goes unblockable. So with Claire, I knew there was a chance that she could go unblockable. I had kind of forgotten that her buff immunity counts as a debuff. So you're going to see the fight starts out pretty rough. I allowed myself to get cornered, and she goes unblockable. But thankfully, Warlock does Warlock things, and it all kind of works out. I was just checking my masteries there, making sure. I was debating on putting suicides on. I generally don't run suicides. I totally can run suicides, but I don't prefer them. I don't like taking unnecessary damage, but with Warlock it's nice because it allows them to hit a lot harder. But anyway, yeah, so this fight, and like I said, the next fight, Annihilus, they're both interesting. We have a bunch of interesting fights. My game plan here is to get as many infections as possible on Claire. So I assume she's probably running willpower, and then I can power drain her. Now, having done this fight for the first time ever, I know if I did it again, you do not want to push her to a special 2, because that puts the buff immunity on you, and then she goes unblockable because of the heal block and whatever the other node is, the other debuff it puts on you. So here, I'm just kind of trying to get started. I believe I ran a power start 1 boost, which was fine. I think there I'm not sure what I was trying to do. I was trying to make sure she didn't get to a special 3 because I wasn't running an invulnerability boost. Did I miss a parry here somewhere? Yeah, she just got really aggressive. I missed it, and then at this point I'm like, there's no way I'm dying twice this war. I was like, that's just not gonna happen. I don't know. Like I said, it had been a long day, a lot of planning. So I throw my special 3 here, which helps to power drain her. But she's still unblockable because I had the 3 debuffs on me, and you have to wait till they fall off. And I think it's like, 6 seconds after that or something. Or maybe it's just when they all fall off. So at this point, they've fallen off. And so she's not unblockable, so I know the fight's back in control. I have my infections up, so she's getting power drained. As long as I just bait her special 1s, everything will be okay. So I throw my special 2 there, because I got my infections up super high. Dex, yeah. The Warlock's a perfect counter for this fight. You just really don't want to let her throw her special 2, because she goes unblockable. This next fight, Annihilus. Spoiler alert, doesn't go according to plan. Including myself, we did not think that Annihilus would be unblockable the whole fight. And we thought that with White Max pre-fight that I'd be able to just parry the whole fight, and it was going to be an easy peasy fight. And I'm using White Max for this fight. So I honestly still don't know. I need to read up on these fights. I haven't had a chance. I've been super busy. I went for a run this morning, a big 10K run and such. So I need to read up on this fight to see exactly what happened. Usually I study before I make these videos, but that's okay. Annihilus, I don't know if it's because I parried him before he was magnetized, and that gave him the unblockable, or really what it is exactly. As I'm watching this, I guess I'll try to talk it out and see if we can figure out exactly what happened. But Annihilus is unblockable this entire fight, which I guess isn't the worst thing. It's not the greatest thing, but going into it thinking, oh, it's just a parry normal dual fight, it kind of wakes you up a little bit. So yeah, so I did the parry there. I have heal block and I have the armor break. And then he got the obliteration debuff, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I can't see it now. But anyway, so as you can see here, he's unblockable. And this whole time I'm like, oh, it'll go away. It'll go away. Well, it's not going away. And once again, I need to read the node to see exactly if the unblockable doesn't go away because of the magnetism, because sometimes that can work against you, or if the node, once he goes unblockable, he stays unblockable. I don't remember, so I have to look that up. But yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have to intercept this whole fight, and hope it goes well. So that is exactly what I do. Thankfully, his special 1's pretty easy to dex. His special 2 is not. We're not when it's unblockable. So I wanted to be careful with that. I made sure I gave myself plenty of space. Thankfully, he was pretty cooperative. I am running max pacify. However, it doesn't matter for this fight because I have the white max pre-fight, which is a passive stun, and the passive stun doesn't help anyway. I did throw that special 2 hoping it would do more damage. It didn't, so I got him to a special 2, so I knew that I needed to get him to throw it and that I couldn't block this. So that hurt pretty bad. That did not feel good. Took a ton of damage on that. But it was fully unblockable. At this point, I'm like, all right, I can't really take any more hits. I might be able to get tagged once or twice, but any specials or anything is probably going to kill me. So I try to bait out the special 1, creating some space by hitting him in his block. And then at this point, I know the fight is in pretty decent control. Just one more combo and a special, and he'll be done, which I do get off here. So praise the Lord, that fight worked out well. So far, this has been a war of unexpected interactions. Okay, so now Mini Boss Island. I have this Domino. It's my first time fighting Domino on whatever it's called, the stun reflect thingamajigger, whatever it's called. It's been a long day today as well too. So I'm taking this Domino with Warlock. So my plan was to heavy counter so that I could get some bleeds on her and hopefully get some power. But this fight I actually did look at a little bit. Apparently the bleeds can fail to apply or something and give her power. So it's probably a good thing it didn't work out. But I dueled her a bunch of times and did heavy counter her. And it worked pretty well. It was really good spacing. I just kind of held block and she would throw her heavy and I would back up. I would just backspace one time, and heavy and spacing worked out perfect. Didn't have an issue. I probably honestly did it with 4 or 5 duels, and it worked like 6 or 7 times. Maybe one time it didn't work, but I was like, okay, perfect. This is going to be easy. I'll do that, and then I'll use the Power Start 1 boost. That way I'll get to a special 2 real quick. I'm already running my 200% tech boost. It'll be an easy fight. Well, like I said, the theme of this war is me being wrong and things being unexpected and adjusting on the fly. So what you'll see in this fight is that Warlock or Domino's heavies catch me. I think I tried it 3 times before I completely abandoned the strategy. But yeah, no, this is a rank 4 Domino with almost 300,000 health. So yeah, you definitely don't want to be getting caught by heavies like I do here. So let's see, I think I hold block. Yep, she does it there, and I backed up twice. I was like, that spacing kind of felt weird. I was like, that spacing kind of felt weird again, but I think I'll be fine. And then so there's the first one. That one didn't hurt too much. It didn't crit. I was like, well, that was weird. Maybe it was just one time. So here I do it, and I said, yeah, it kind of felt weird still. And then I don't know if I think I bait out the special one, yeah. And then here I try it again, and it hits me again. That one crit. I was like, okay, this is not good. And then she's lucky, and when she's lucky, she has a 10% chance to evade. And at this point, I'm taking a lot of block damage, and I'm like, oh, crap. I'm like, her power's going down, or her health bar is going down. But I was like, I can't remember. Maybe I didn't try to do any more heavy counters. Maybe I gave up after just 2. But yeah, I think at this point I was just like, all right, we're just gonna dodge specials. We're just gonna deck specials, and we're gonna just punish her heavies with just normal combos. Watch out for lucky, and pray that she's cooperative. So I think I do end up throwing my special 1 here at some point. I can't remember where exactly, but that was actually nice because that put a shock on her, as you can see, and then that gives me more power. So I actually should have done that earlier, although it takes off the infections. I believe this Domino is running willpower, if I remember right. I have to watch her health bar. So that helps big time that she doesn't get a whole ton of power. And then at this point I realize, hey, okay, this fight's kind of under control. Just don't make a stupid error and don't get hit, because Domino can hit really, really hard. And everything should be okay. At some point here, I think towards the end of the fight, she gets really stingy with a special 2. I think it might be right here. And I was like, nope. Domino's double medium sometimes catches me by surprise. So finally she throws that special 2, and I make it out of this fight decently well. So praise the Lord once again. Another fight that had unintended or unforeseen things. Maybe it's foreseen, but just surprises in the fight. But it went well. So once again, like I said, my good buddy Shaq planned this defense. So I hate you, Shaq. Okay, so now my last fight is this Misty. This Misty I've taken as a boss, and I've taken on this node before. The big thing you don't want to do with Misty is you don't want her charges to equal, or to hit equilibrium, and when they hit 6 on each, she goes unblockable. And for the 2 charges, one of them increases her chance to evade, and one of them increases her chance to, what's the other one, evade and shrug or something? I can't remember, honestly. So what's interesting is my strategy before has been just to counter heavy and throw special 2s, and that works perfectly fine. But I dueled her before the last time I fought her, and when I parried her, she gained charges, so I was like, okay, I can't do that. However, I went to a quest later on just for fun and was fighting. I put a white max pre-fight on her, and I parried her, and she didn't gain any charges. So I was like, oh, that was stupid. You know, the reason why I thought, or the reason why she gained charges before was because I was just dueling her and I didn't have the pre-fight. Well, I was wrong. And I think that's because even though she's magnetized, she still has a 30% chance, I guess, to gain charges. And as you can see there, she gained charges. I hit her, she gained more charges. She hit equilibrium. I did it again, and then I see she's gaining more charges, and I was like, fuck. I was like, this is not good. And then she hits me with the special 1. I was like, okay, abandon ship. Mid-fight, I was like, I have to remember how I took this fight last time, and it's been a while since I've done it. So what I did is I was punishing her heavy, which is just some combos, but then she kept evading, and I was like, I don't remember her doing this last time. But I was also thinking about the just parry heavy method and why that wasn't working. And it turns out it wasn't working because pacify does not take effect on the passive stun. So the strategy for this fight is just counter heavy. So, and as you can see, she keeps evading me, and I was like, crap. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Something's not going right here. I threw a big juicy SP2 there. It worked out, and at some point it hits me. Oh, that's right, the spacing's super easy. I think I still have PTSD from that Domino with counter heavying. But at some point here, I think was it hit? No, I think the next time I bait out, I bait out the special 1. That's another thing, you do not want to get her to a special 2 because it is hard as piss to punish. But I think it's maybe, no, I still haven't learned yet. At some point here, I learned, hey, I need to go to just counter heavies, and there it is. So I was like, oh, that's right. That makes this fight really easy. So, but you still cannot forget that she can gain charges when she throws combos into your block. So at this point, the fight's very under control. I remembered how to counter heavy, and everything goes well. So bottom line, do not parry Misty at all. Just counter heavy, throw your special 2, or if you have red mags, throw your special 3, and it's an easy game, easy life. You do want to make sure you have her throw a special 1, though, as quickly as possible so that she drains his charges, one of the charges, because bad things happen if not. Anyway, I've talked enough. It's been a super complex, confusing war. We did end up losing 6-4. GT gave us many chances. Actually, that's the wrong screenshot. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and change that. Anyway, yeah, this will make, I don't know, it won't make any sense later on because I'm going to change the screenshot. Right now I have made in Brazil. Anyway, it's GT, and we did lose 6-4. We had many chances. It was tied for a long time, but we just unfortunately didn't bring our A game, including myself with my death. So I hope this is an entertaining war to watch. It was fun to play. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.